Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea and I have another video for you guys. Today I want to talk about Crypto.com Crocoin, give you guys my opinion on where I think we could be headed here, and also we're going to talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the tide that raises all the boats, and where Bitcoin goes, Crocoin will probably not be that far behind it. So without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop in this video, guys. So first things first, over on Crypto Twitter, you can follow me, 333 Blacksea. We are on day 65, proposing Crypto.com market buyback and burn Crocoin with a percentage of quarterly profits. The Crow fam is strong, and if we come together, we are even stronger. Let's start this conversation for the Cronos community, and honestly for the entire the Cronos meme coins as well. But really, when it comes down to it, guys, even if the burn doesn't happen, this is the conversation that needs to be started. I knew going into this, we're on day 65. I'm not going to stop. The goal really is here is to start a conversation within the Crow fam, within the Cronos ecosystem, and really start it with Crypto.com, Chris Marziulek, Kent Smith from Cronos Labs, and really start this conversation of how can we better the Cronos ecosystem? How can we bring more speculation to Crocoin and the Cronos ecosystem? Very important, both of those, not just one or the other. Very important, it's both of them. And how can we just come together and figure out what can we do to make this a more fulfilled place? How can we bring more builders here? How can we bring more money here? How can we bring more volume here? How can we create this project and make it bigger and bigger and bigger so everyone gets rewarded, especially all the people like the Crow fam, the Cronos ecosystem that has been working so hard and been a part of this community for years. And it seems like a lot of the conversations kind of fall on deaf ears. And this is what this really has been all about. If the Crocoin burn happens, that is so good in my opinion. That is a solution to many, many problems. But I think that there's a lot of people that will lean away from that because, well, it's kind of burning money for some people, very specific people that have a lot of Crocoin. But if we can just start this conversation, that'll be a win in my book. So go follow me, 333 Blacksea. Let's share this message. Let's get this out there, and let's start this conversation. So when we look at Cronos right now, we're sitting at a $2.4 billion market cap. Pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible, not going to lie, guys, especially with this market sentiment right now. It feels like we're in a bear market right now. It feels like we're close to the FTX collapse, except it's much more quiet. It's very boring. We're in like the time of despair, and yet we're trading at $58,000 Bitcoin. Cronos and a lot of the other altcoins have gotten hit very hard, but I think that it does feel like we're in a bear market right now because we've been chopping sideways for 7 months and probably going to be going on 8 months of sideways chop here shortly. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and that chart later on in this video. But it is important to notice 24-hour volume is at where it usually should be, 5 million. Would like to see that tick up, but you're not going to really see that until volume comes back to the chain and really to crypto as a whole. The on-chain data right now, I made a tweet about this a few days ago about how the on-chain data has been as low as when the FTX collapse happened right after. So pretty crazy that not many people are using crypto right now. And I know that's a very vague, overarching statement, not many people, but compared to, we'll say, people using the on-chain data right now is very, very low compared to, let's say, 5 months ago and 6 months ago, 7 months ago. Even before the run-up, the on-chain data was there's much more volume. So let's take a look at the Crocoin's chart right now. Crocoin right now, we're going to start off on the daily here, breaking below the 0.0830 cent level. It does look like it's bottoming out. We're starting to see some curvature coming down like this. But I will say, guys, we need to look at some higher term time frames today because leading into September, people are very bearish. People are very bearish. A lot of the hedge fund money managers are coming back from their August getaway from vacation. The kids are going back to school. Now they're coming back to their desks. And usually September tends to be a bearish month. I believe 4 out of the past 12 months on Bitcoin have been positive in September. The odds are not in our favor, guys, but I will also say when everybody starts to get so bearish and people start shorting, it benefits the exchanges to send the price in the opposite direction, which would be up. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Don't be surprised if we see some big wicks in September to the upside. But for the time being, when we're talking about technical analysis, for a Crocoin, it does not look good being underneath the 0.0830 cent level. That is a very important support level, and I do believe that we'll probably be coming back down to the 0.0689 cents, especially when you look at the weekly time frame, guys. I mean, you break support, you can see we haven't broken support before, except for this wick, and this was not a candle closure. It was just a quick wick, and we closed back above it. We have closed below this level on a weekly body candle close, which in my opinion is shows confirmation that we're probably looking to more downside on Crocoin. I know I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but I tell you guys how I see it when it comes to technical analysis, and I'm expecting more downside for Crocoin. And there are opportunities with that. It doesn't mean that it's all going to zero. It just means that we're probably going to be chopping around, making our way to the downside throughout September. But there is a lot of bearish sentiment, like I said, so don't be surprised if there's some big wicks coming out of nowhere, maybe towards the later end of September, if you will, because there is quad witching day, I believe, on September 20th, which usually is when a lot of options expire in the traditional market, and it usually indicates there's going to be a trend reversal around then. Usually that's when you see a pivot. But if you do want to take advantage of some of these shorts, or maybe you want to long the bottom, you want to catch some knives. I love knife catch trading. It's pretty fun. You do some high leverage scalping, low risk, high leverage. So if you get liquidated, maybe you'll lose 0.005% of your portfolio, something like that. I don't like to risk that much on high leverage scalping. But if you want to take advantage of that, please check out some fantastic links down below. A $5,000 sign-on bonus to Blowfin, a $4,100 sign-on bonus to Femex. All you got to do is click those links, deposit, trade a little bit. You get a bunch of free money. And you can use this tool to 100x leverage some high leverage scalping. I'm not saying that you should use 100x leverage. That's absolutely crazy. But if you want to have some fun and play around and embrace your degen side, then maybe check that out. But you can also use it as a very useful tool if you say use 3x, 2x leverage, and it can be a very valuable tool. But so let's take a look at the overall market right now. So Bitcoin is trading at $58,409, up about 0.88% on the day. This is a holiday weekend, guys. So tomorrow, when the markets open, you're probably going to see a little bit of volatility here. Bitcoin dominance trading at 56.25%. When we exclude stablecoins, basically at 58.25%. We are still coming down. I believe that Bitcoin dominance is topped out, and it has been topped out. You can see we've come all the way down from about 60%, and now we're trading at 58.25 until we see a big move, an impulse wave above 72,000, maybe even 74,000, or a break below $55,000 to $54,000. I expect dominance to be topped out. So please keep that in mind. Until this channel gets officially broken and we see confirmation from Bitcoin, then we're probably going to see some of these altcoins receive a little bit of love. You're going to see Bitcoin move down, and you're going to see the altcoins hold up relatively well unless we break below those important support levels. So I do believe that Cronos probably has a good shot at staying above 0.0689 cents. But when you look at the weekly time frame, like I said, I expect the next couple weeks here to be making our way to the downside. Does that mean we're going to touch 0.0689 cents? No, but I do think that we do continue down a little bit more. So if we look at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin on the weekly, you can see, we're seeing a weekly bearish engulfing candle. Probably spilling over, guys. Probably spilling over. I know I don't want to be the big bear in the room, but probably spilling over for the next week or so. But I do think leading into the end of this month, you should see some green price action. I really do. So over on Twitter, I've been saying, joking around, wake me up when September ends. But because probably the beginning half of this month is going to be a little bit shaky. Probably boring, sideways, slide to the downside a little bit. But unless when people are talking about like tops and market tops, I really don't think that we should be talking about that. And honestly, the more people you see talking about tops, the more likely that we probably have that last leg up to the upside of this cycle. And guys, we are right on time when it comes to Bitcoin and the 4-year cycles. Sideways chop around this time before that last leg to the upside. we're doing it, guys. We are doing it right now. But you can see like on Market Cipher, that does not look good. Seeing that red dot, you're seeing money flow, the green wave coming down. That means that money is leaving the market. It's you don't want to see that if you're a Bitcoin bull and you want to be seeing it go to the upside. But let's take a look at the monthly as well. See, you're starting to see the curvature. I would be scared if I was a bull right now. You're starting to see the curvature coming down. You're seeing the momentum wave coming down, red dot on Market Cipher, usually indicating that we're going to be coming down a little bit. And if you start to see this blue wave come below this 60 line, then I would expect, okay, we're going to see continuation to the downside. And it may not be into the end of September, but maybe into the end of this year until we start to see a bigger move to the upside. Guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. I just want to be transparent here on the Crypto Report. I don't want to be a full-time bull or a full-time bear. I want to tell you guys what I'm seeing in the markets, and I want to be transparent. And sometimes you guys aren't going to like that because you want to just see the prices go straight up, but it doesn't work that way, guys. It does not work that way in trading. I've been doing this since, trading in general for over a decade, but in the cryptocurrency space since 2016, and it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. That's why you got to be taking profit along the way. That's what I preach. I not financial advice, but that is kind of financial advice. You got to take profit along the way. You got to be. No one went broke taking profits. It's as simple as that. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Check out those awesome links down in the description box. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.